Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Government. And of course, today we'll continue our study and our discussion on what the definition of government. Okay, in the previous episode, told you that government has three definitions. Okay, we say government as an institution of the state. Three definition: A, government as an institution of the state. Okay, and we have checked that. We have done that in the last episode, so please go back and watch it if you have not watched that. Then, of course, in the second definition, we say government as a process or act of governing. Then, of course, the third one, C, government as an academic field of study. Okay, so these are the three definitions of government. Okay, so in this episode, I'm going to focus on the other two definitions. All right, so I don't think this video will be too long. All right, so please stay with us. This video tutorial is brought to you by the O3 School JAMB app. It is all you need to succeed in your exam. Trust me when I say that. I'm going to be very fast with this. It has all you need. It has all the past questions for all subjects in one application. Okay, so you don't need to go and be getting your past question or your four combination past question. One is around 1,500 naira. All right, so all the past questions are in the app for all subjects. That means you could use it and even your friends. Okay, maybe your siblings. If there are two siblings in the house, they can use it together. All right, so it's all wonderful. Then some unique features. There's a classroom feature where we have lecture notes. You can study and take tests on those lecture notes according to the JAMB syllabus. There's question search feature. You can search for question in any topic that JAMB has said before, and the question that JAMB has said under that topic will come out for you. Also, we also have what the UTME challenge, the challenge that will conduct for all students that are participating in JAMB for this year. You compete with your mates, you win prizes, you get to our JAMB, set their question, you see your result released every week, so you're able to work to test your work, you gauge your progress. So it's a mock exam, it's a weekly mock exam. You win prizes too. So it's all to get. So please go to Play Store now and download the app from Play Store immediately. You don't have nothing to waste. Do not waste your time. Download the app from Play Store right now. And once you have downloaded, you need to activate with 3,000 naira only. It's a one-time payment. So click on activate after downloading. At the top, you find buy activation key. Then you'll see what the options for payment there. You can make transfer. All right. You can use your card to pay online. Anyone that is you feel what any method that is feel safer for you. All right, and of course you can contact us on WhatsApp after making your payment. 09121515246. All right, so that is that about the app. This is our customer care number, so you can message us on WhatsApp or send the receipt of your payment after making payment. All right, so government as a process or act of governing is the first we are going to look at today. Government as a process. Government as a process or act of governing. Okay, so in this definition, government as a body is vested with power and authority. Okay, government is vested with power and authority to maintain what? Security. To maintain security, all right, to maintain peace and what? And stability. To maintain peace and stability. Okay, so in this definition of government, government as an act, as a process or act of governing, government is vested, government as a body is vested with the power and authority, okay, to maintain security, peace and stability. But how do they maintain security, peace and stability? They do this by what? Making or enforcing what? Conventional or fundamental laws. Conventional or fundamental laws. Okay? Laws. Okay? Government is vested with power and authority to maintain security, peace and stability by what? Making or enforcing what? Conventional and fundamental laws in a state or society. All right. So government as a process or act of governing, in this definition, government is vested. Government as a body is vested with power and authority to maintain security, peace, and stability by making or what enforcing what conventional and fundamental laws in a state or society. All right. So now, having seen this, the effectiveness or the efficiency, right, of government, right, in administration is what based on the principle of what we call separation of power. Separation of power. Okay, separation of power talks about the fact that what government has different what government is divided into different what parts. Okay, so like we have, for example, we have three organs of government. We have the executive, okay, who implement laws. Okay, we have what the legislature who make laws, our lawmakers, they are what the legislatures. All right, and of course we now have what the judiciary that interpret what the law. Okay, you can see that each of those organs have their distinct what function. They are separate, but they have their distinct what function. In a society that is what that is in a real state or society, like now you can see that those of you that are following the news see that in Nigeria, yeah, the legislature, the executive meanders with the works of the meanders into the efforts of what of the legislature, the lawmakers and the judiciary. All of them, in fact, are intertwined. It's like there's no difference. Like they are just one. They are not supposed to be one. They work together to what? To achieve a common goal, but they are distinct. Their responsibilities, their functions is what is distinct. They are supposed to be distinct. They're not supposed to be what to be working. The executive is not supposed to be controlling. I mean, I'm looking for the word. The executive is not supposed to be controlling the lawmakers. Okay, so they make laws, and then the judiciary and the executive, they are not supposed to be friends like that. Okay, so but here now you see the executive controlling the judiciary. Sometimes you see this one, you see that one happen. So in government, right, in separation of power, right, each government divided into different organs, and each of those organs have separate and distinct functions. They have separate and distinct function. So this was propounded by a French jurist and philosopher, okay, called Baron de Montesquieu. Okay, this man was one that propounded this principle of separation of power, where he said that the three organs of government, the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary, are separate, that they are separate, and they have distinct functions. They have distinct functions. So this is just the definition of government as an act or process, as a process or act of governing, rather. Okay, so in this definition, government as a body is vested with power and authority to maintain security, peace and stability by making and enforcing conventional and fundamental laws in a state or society. And I say that the efficiency and the effectiveness, okay, of government in administration is based on the principle of what we call separation of power, as propounded by Baron de Montesquieu, okay, a French jury who said that the executive, the judiciary, that is the organs of government, the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature, all right, they are separate, and they each have their function that are enshrined. They are in the Constitution. Their functions are purely and clearly stated, conspicuously stated in the Constitution. All right, so that is the definition of government as a process or art of governing. So quickly, we'll look at the last definition of government, which is government as an academic field of study. All right, so please make sure you like this video. As you're watching this video now, just click on that, click on it, click on like button. It will make other students easily find this video, and it will help them as it's helping you. Also, do not forget to subscribe. Subscription is completely free, FREE. All right, all you need to do is click on that red subscribe button. All right, so that whenever I publish a new episode, you'll be notified on your phone that we have published a new episode. Please do that right away. All right, and do not forget to share our video. So government now have the third definition: government as an academic field of study. Okay, so Now we're talking about study here, you see. So in our discussion about what government and definition of government as an academic field of study, I'm going to be using the word study a lot. Okay, so in this definition, government as an academic field of study, we talk about government as a what? As a study, the study of agencies. Okay, study of agencies, study of political institutions, and also study of the dynamics of a state. Okay, so in government as an academic field of study, we talk about government as a study of what? Of agencies, study of what? Political institutions, and study of what? Dynamics of what? Of a state. And to be very, very, very plain, government as an academic field of study means what? Different thing to what? To different institutions. Depending on the institution, it means what? Something different to what? The definition means something what to them. All right. So government has what? Various what? In fact, it can be called various names by different what? Institutions. Like government can be called what? Some people know it what? As government. Some people call it government. All right. Some people call it political science. Okay. While some others call it just simply what? Politics. Okay, so these are they mean this in different what institutions, it means what? Different to them. Okay, so some people call it what? Politics, some people call it political science, some people call it what? Government. Those of you that want to study in higher institutions, we call it what? Political what? Science. Okay, so that is what different what meanings of what of government to different what people. All right, now it's also important to know that it involves the study of political institutions in the states. Government as an academic field of study, it involves the study of political institutions in the state. Okay? Also involves what? Study of ideas, also values, right? And doctrines. And doctrines of politics. Okay, so government as an academic field of study also involves what? The study of political institutions. Like I've said before in the definition, we say what? Study of agencies, political institutions, and what? Dynamics of what? Of a state. So say government involves what? The study of what? Of political what? Institutions. All right, in the what? In the state, their ideas, their values, okay, and even the doctrines of what? Of policies. Okay, also know that what? The study of government also embraces international relations. It embraces international relations. Okay, it involves what? Embraces also diplomacy. It embraces public administration. Okay, so for many people, this international relations, okay, even in the university is taught as a course. Okay, study what? Some of you say you want to study ISD, international studies and diplomacy. Some people say international what? Relations, okay, and diplomacy. Okay, so this government what? As a study, okay, government as an academic field of study also embraces international relations. It involves study of what? Diplomacy, public administration, also involves local government administration. Okay, also involves what to call about comparative or politics. Comparative politics. Okay, so it involves embraces what? International relations, diplomacy, public administration, local government administration, comparative politics, and what? And other what? Areas. Okay, so government as an academic field of study what? Involves the study of what? Of, in fact, government what? As a what? As a science, involve the use of what? Studying government with what? With computers, okay, doing analysis, doing what? Statistics, and so on, what? And so forth. All right. So also, it's also what relates to what? To economics. It relates to what? To law and what other what fields of what? Of study. Okay, even philosophy, even mathematics, even psychology. Okay, so government as an academic field of study is very, very what? Very, very broad. Okay, involve the study, in summary, involve the study of what? Of agencies, political institutions, and what? Dynamics of the state. And like I said, it involves this. I said it means what different thing to different what institution. Okay, some institutions call it what government, some people call it what political science, some people call it just simply what politics. Okay, so and I said it involves the study of political institutions in the state, ideas, values, and doctrines of what of politics. Also, it embraces international relations, diplomacy, public administration, local government administration, comparative politics, and what and the likes. Also, I say what as a science, it also involves what the study of what government using what computers or use your system. Okay, or go online, study of what the government using computers as analysis, making analysis, statistics, and the likes. Also, and I say it is also related to other fields of study like economics, like law, like philosophy, like psychology, and what have you. All right, so these are the definitions of what of government as what as an institution of the state, which we have seen in the last episode. We took questions from the O3 School JAMB app in that episode. Please go back to that episode and watch it. Then also saw, of course, the process or art of governing, and then now I've seen the government as an academic field of study. All right, so please, thank you for watching this tutorial. Hope you liked it. Make sure you drop a comment. 1 or 2 comments will not be bad. A thank you will not be bad at all. All right, encourage us, drop comments, like this video, and keep sharing, and I'll see you in the next episode.